Sounds good. Thank you, my friend.
Thanks, girl.
Always good to have you here.
So
all right, don't hang up on your cell phone. I spy out of the corner of my eye Joseph Harrison. And he is coming up not only with the slimmest, sleekest desktop. Poor Rachel, I want to keep all the samples of the cell phone. I want them all. I want it all, Rachel. All right, so very limited quantities. In fact, fewer than 1,000 of these to go around. And speaking of limited quantities, we have for you the creme de la creme. I mean, when it comes to not only new technology, something that we never get a chance to talk about. Bill Duggan is back. We have been raving about Samsung. We've been raving about what people do in terms of Samsung technology. How are you, Bill?
I'm good.
How are you? This is pretty cool because we've talked about Samsung, we've talked about their wireless headphones, but this is like in a whole new category for us.
This is truly a wireless experience. First time we've been able to offer it here at HSN, and the cool thing is, it is Samsung. We have sold over 275 Samsung headphones in 1 year. You pop this open and look at this. I'm gonna pause my music up here, but look at how these headphones are designed. Because I'm gonna take one out. This is a pod which actually keeps it, but charges it as well. So you can see the connection joints on here. Sweat resistant, UV resistant, also tracks your heart rate. How much do you spend on a fitness tracker? This becomes your fitness tracker.
So it's like a fitness monitor and a wireless earbud in one.
And an MP3 player.
Okay.
So it can actually store your music in here. So when you're done with them, you pop them right back in the pod, and guess what? You close the lid, you'll see the two little lights come on. Now it's charging them up. See those lights? So this will charge your earphones twice. And then when that's gone through the 2 full charges, you can plug it into the wall. But more importantly, it comes down to the convenience, the sound, the design, and getting a Samsung product. Yeah. So you can pick in white, black, and a blue.
And our blue.
And realize this is the first time, and they sell themselves.
They do. You know what's interesting? We sold almost 100 before Bill even got on the air. And this is for this show and for this hour only. And so just so you realize, the 182 that we have available, this is your only show, the only chance to get them. You know, whether you're someone who's very high tech or you're someone like me, I just don't like to be encumbered by cords, and I want to be untethered in my world, and chances are you do too. So not only does this give you mobility and freedom, but it also gives you Samsung clarity. Now, of course, it works hand in hand with your today's special that I know a lot of you are still calling on, but I love the thing that you said too, Bill, is normally when we talk about smaller technology, we worry about, okay, is it going to be fragile, right? It's just like, ooh, it's pretty, it's cute, but don't break it, right?
Totally. I was going through it. They're so small, it does a lot, but does it do everything I need?
Yeah.
Does it take my telephone calls? Yes. But this really does so much more. There's a recent study in the news, because I gotta tell you, this is newsworthy. They compared 3 different styles of wireless earphones. Not plug and then wired, but not even those, you know, ones where the earphones are tethered together, but true wireless earphones. And they compared the 3 of them. Guess which one that came out the best? It was Samsung. And remember, these are not just earphones. How many of us still have these floating around or still use these because it was our MP3 player? This has 4 gigabytes of storage, 1,000 songs you can keep and take on that run or listen to, and guess what? Those 1,000 songs, you don't have to have your phone within even 30 feet. So it's easy to connect, control your music, take your telephone calls, fitness reporting, which we're gonna get into, up to a 3-hour battery life. And remember, that pod will charge it 2 full charges as well. So that's that rechargeable case. It's Android compatible, which is awesome. Works with some Apple phones too, which is great. Truly wireless, cable-free. That 4 gigabytes is really exciting because you're not running around with 35 CDs. You're not running around with even your phone, because you can actually store music on. It's
so, you know, it's so weird because I know we talked about this earlier, but I'm still having a hard time wrapping my brain around this. That it's almost like it's its own little fitness monitor computer headset. I mean, it's like its own little multimedia entity. So you have to look at it bigger than you would look at it of a cordless headphone or a wireless headphone.
Well, that's just it. You think about the purchases, whether, you know, it's that MP3 player, whether it's that fitness tracker, and then, oh yeah, let's go get a pair of wireless headphones.
Actually, those are the ones I own. Those are $200.
And these aren't even wireless, because remember when we all like, ooh, wireless headphones. And I'm like, what's that wire? Look at what you're getting today. It's all right in here. And I'm gonna show you again right on the white set, because the connections just pop that much better. But they fit so snug inside your ear. I'm gonna pop this one out, and you'll notice. This
is so cool.
Right down there, that's what helps track your heart rate. Remember, this is your fitness tracker, your odometer. This works with Android S Health. It works with Runkeeper, Map My Run, and some other third-party third-party fitness apps that are out there. And the thing is, most of the fitness stuff just, you know, is more Android compatible. But in terms of that Bluetooth connectivity, it works with anything that's Bluetooth. It works, it can store music if you have an Apple phone. But it's really the technology of what you get here.
This is so cool.
And the freedom. And the fact that we've sold 100, it even has a perfect 5-star review with never even airing.
Oh, wow. And remember, this is for this show and this show only. In fact, that flex pay is done when I'm off the air. It is for this hour and this hour only. Whether you're the gearhead or you love your tech or you're just very active and on the go like I am, the genius behind this is it replaces so many things. As an example, I know Bill held this up, but these are actually the cordless headphone, the wireless headphones that I use. These, as an example, were $200 here at HSN, $179 if I'm going to be exact. Now, they're not an MP3 player.
Nope.
Okay. And they're not a fitness monitor, and they're not their own little entity. I mean, they're great for what they are, but this actually, when you think about the cost of replacing your MP3 player, let's conservatively say $100. You know, your typical wireless headphones, conservatively, let's say $150. My fitness monitor that I wear on the air every single day that I'm on the air here at HSN, the primary reason I got it was to check my heart rate to see if it would go up when I wouldn't get what I like in my shows. And this was $150 here at HSN. So if you just go down your little checklist of the things that this replaces, and that's why it's kind of hard to wrap your brain around this. And it's one of those things, it's a one and done solution. We are doing it for this show and this show only. Steve, which of my colors is going to sell out first? Okay, we have only 2 dozen of the white, and then black is our most popular. Love that Samsung blue. Final 171 of these, free shipping, less than $40 on your credit card. And Bill, I think that's just it. We love the Samsung name. When you see their commercials with the big wraparound, you know, visors, and of course your Samsung Galaxy, they are innovators, and this is an innovation in cordless headphone technology. I almost wish we called it something else.
It's very funny. You talk about innovations.
Yeah.
We wanted these for our innovations event.
Oh,
we couldn't even get enough to put it on air. And the thing is, this is that chance to pick it up. This technology is really the hottest thing out there. It is true wireless technology, but more importantly, it does so much more than just play our music, take our phone calls, let us listen wirelessly, because it has that heart rate sensor on the inside. It has the ability to track. It has the ability to store music. And look at that fit right up here. It's discreetly in my ear. My controls are right there on that earbud. Some people are like, aren't they going to fall out?
No,
I mean, they stay in place, which is great. And you forget they're there. Take that telephone call. I want to show you the Samsung Gear app over here. So you see, you can pick which side is your dominant ear for where your touch controls are. Then you can actually open it up in S Health. Why is that important? To track your exercise. And you remember, tracking exercise is walking the mall. It's taking the kids out for a walk or going to the park. Your music settings. Why is that important? Remember, I can have my Bluetooth connection, play it from my phone, or I can actually play it from my Gear icon. Why is that important? It's that Bluetooth technology. A few other little things that I think are great in terms of notifications. You can actually set it to many different apps, so you actually have your notifications sent to your earphones. These earphones do so much more. Another thing that, because we've sold over 250,000 Samsung headphones in 1 year at HSN. They've created a quick start guide for our HSN shopper, just our HSN shopper. Why is that important? It's new technology. We want to make sure you're going to be able to understand it and able to access it, able to use it and have fun with it. So if it's for you, whether you give it to someone, HSN and Samsung have made it the simplest place to get this technology home, not just because of the flex pay, but because, I mean, just little things like this make it more obtainable. The color's the icing on the cake. Remember, it works Bluetooth with an Android or an Apple phone, which pretty much means Galaxy or Apple. You're done. Some of the extra features, you might get a little bit more with an Android phone or Samsung phone. But more importantly, I'm listening to my music right now. And this is what we also think. I love this comparison. Because when we went wireless, it was great. We didn't have to be plugged in. But we still had to be 30 feet away from our phone. And by the way, I have the new phone. The newer phones don't have that headphone jack, so you need a wireless set so you can listen to your music. But now, because these actually have that MP3 player built into it, I don't have to have my phone with me. I don't have to carry this with me even. Because where is that music? That music is stored on your earphones.
So it lives on the earphones.
Lives on the earphone. It tracks your fitness right there on the earphone. I mean, really, these do so much. We're so excited that we could have them here tonight.
Well, and remember, very limited quantities. That flex pay is done after this hour. So this is it's almost like a mini reprise of our innovation show. When you think about it, it really is, because Leah Little is coming up with our Roku in just a few moments. That's the #1 name in media streamers. Joe is coming up with the #1 name in computers in terms of innovation. And And not only, when you see this all-in-one desktop, we've never sold anything quite like it here at HSN. And the same thing holds true with the Icon X. You have to think of this globally. You have to think of this as bigger than just a set of wireless or Bluetooth headphones. So this whole hour is really kind of a reprise of our innovations event, offering things that we just don't get a chance to normally talk about. And Bill, we get to do a lot of wireless headphones together.
Sorry, let me pause my music.
Yeah, really.
Sorry.
Put me on mute.
Yeah.
But this has to be the coolest headset that you've ever offered here at HSN.
It really has been a game changer, because when we think about headsets, it's always plug it in. And then the last few years, we've gone wireless, but they still were tethered together.
Yeah.
And they still were a little bundled. Sometimes they got tangled up. Right now, I have my headphones in. It's so discreet, you can't even tell. I can listen to my music, take my telephone calls, ask voice a question if I like.
So they're going to request for a 360 sachet Shantae.
Okay, here we go.
Exactly.
No wires, Mom.
No wires.
And
nothing
that's what
hidden.
you want.
Exactly.
And actually, I know you were talking a little bit of the holidays as well earlier.
Yes.
This technology being the latest and greatest, you can't go wrong. Getting it now, putting it under the tree. Or what I like to do with gifts like this, you leave it out. You let the kids see this in the gift closet. Like, who's that for? Who passes algebra?
Exactly. Who did the laundry? Who did the dishes?
Oh, you're good.
I know.
You're twisted, Mom.
I am. Forget the homework. I want help.
Laundry.
I want help. Do some chores.
Why not? They will do it. Trust me.
They will. You know, they'll do the laundry, they'll pick up, they'll walk the dog. I mean, all the things that you want. And of course, remember, it works hand in hand with your today's special that I know hundreds of you are still calling on. But taking your headphones to a whole new level, there's so much more than headphones. They're really their own little multimedia entity. Remember, it's the only place in America that you can get them on FlexPay. So it's less than $40 on your credit card. It's free shipping. That FlexPay is for this hour, though. So remember, after this hour, that FlexPay is no longer valid. The white is almost gone. So Steve, you said what, a few dozen of the white? Okay, like a dozen remaining to the white, and then of course we have the blue and the black. I realize color's almost irrelevant at this point just because of what this does and how it does it. What are you showing off now here,
Right
Bill?
here, I've just jumped into S Health because I want to remember, it's tracking where I'm walking, not just my steps and everything, which is great. But look at that. Oh, I would just pause it because I stood still. See, it's coaching me even. And the thing is, it even told me in my ear. But you see, it's also tracking my heart rate. Why is that phenomenal? If what we normally had to do, another purchase. What would you have to do for the music? Another purchase. But what you get with this one set of headphones from that huge leader in terms of Samsung, it's yelling at me. It's like, you're not working out.
Why is your heart rate lower than mine? Are you calmer than me?
I actually just came back from vacation.
You are more zen.
So I had a little holiday. But what also, just to quickly go into S Health, I'd like to show you how you can customize this. So whether it's walking or cycling, I mean, you can really make it as intense or as easy as you want it. I mean, just sit-ups. I mean, you might not do sit-ups, but there's other different exercises.
Oh, that is cool.
You can customize it. Remember, this is S Health, that's Samsung Health program, but it works with Run Keeper, works with Map My Run, works with a few other different third-party apps.
By the way, our white.
Love the white.
Our white is gone. So if you.
That was my favorite.
Yep. Okay, black will be the next to go. So we have only 2 dozen to go around there. And remember, 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Roku is coming up next with Leah. Then we've got Joe with an incredible must-see all-in-one. I mean, no kidding. It's not like any other all-in-one that you've seen here at HSN. This whole hour is really kind of dedicated to a reprise of our innovations event, in case you missed that. I think, Stephen, I'll double check. I think the FlexPays might even also expire on Joe's desktop that we have coming up this hour. So and the Roku is for today, but we'll give you all those details in just a few moments. But for all intents and purposes, the things that you're seeing in this hour are really for this hour. And I'm so happy that you're watching and shopping, especially if you want to take a leap forward when it comes to your multimedia use. The thing for me, Bill, is I never realized how much I would love my Bluetooth headphones until I got some. And these are in a whole different stratosphere from what I'm using.
And that's just it. You do love that freedom. You love the comfort. You forget you have them on. Right now, I was just listening to a movie. I wasn't bothering Shannon or anyone else. And remember, it's this technology. This pod, it's not just a case to keep it in. What happens is you take out those earbuds and you can see the connection right here. It looks like a lot of technology. I want to remind you, it does not shock. It's water resistant. You pop them right inside of here. Make sure I get the orientation correct.
Yep.
And once you pop them in there at the end of your workout, you stick them in your nightstand or your gym bag. Not only does it keep them, this charges them too.
Oh, that's
this case
so
can give
wild.
What other case gives you 2 full charges?
That's crazy.
This will charge them up. And then when the case needs energy, you just plug that in as well. But remember, these earphones, MP3 player, your fitness tracker, and amazing audio. If you really need to get the audio home to hear it.
Okay, there are 77 of you who can get this. So every single one of these will go. So 70 of you can take advantage of it. White just sold out. FlexPay is good for this hour. Bill, welcome back from vacation.
Thank you.
You back a little bit later today?
Yes, but not with this. This literally, one and done.
It's bye-bye. I mean, in fact, they will all go in this hour. Good to have you here.
Glad to be back.
Thank you as always. All right, keep calling in your Samsung headphones. We'll let you know when they're gone. Again, now fewer than 70 to go around. Speaking of Samsung, Steve, we're looking at what? Almost 4,400 of our finest value of the day gone. So if you were trying to get through, call back now. Call back now. Not only is it more minutes, it's a Samsung Galaxy. This was over 2 years in the making, and it's the only one that we have scheduled for the rest of the year. So yours is here, and in about 2 minutes, we have the Roku, not only #1 name in media streamers. You know, the thing is, what's the point of having a 4K television if your media streamer isn't 4K, right? Well, now it's not only the best of the best of the best in terms of quality, but it is also the best of the best in terms of price. Price break for $99.95 with free shipping for $24.99. And I love a sale. I know you love a sale, but I love a sale with free shipping. That's what we're doing for today and today only. So when you spend $75 or more, you are getting free shipping for today and today only, excluding clearance, of course. All of those details at hsn.com. So Leah's coming back where we're talking about Roku, how you can get hundreds of thousands of channels and so much more as we continue with our little mini innovations event. Here's our spotlight.
Come on in and join us for football season. Show off team pride with official pro and college merchandise, from tailgating gear to apparel to electronics. Plus, don't miss the first season of Chalk Talk, the online series that gets you up close and personal with football experts like Erin Andrews and Carl Banks. Search Football Fan Shop on hsn.com to pick your favorite team and watch Chalk Talk.
You're overwhelmed, you're stressed. What's coming is freedom. And I want you to know you are seen today. Where you've been has nothing to do with where you are now. If you make new choices in this moment, in this day, your whole life can change. Say yes! Say yes!
There's so many things to love about HSN, but one thing that makes shopping here fun is FlexPay. Get it home now without the stress of paying all at once. Why pay full purchase price today when you can pay over time? Buy what you want now, pay it off later with your credit or debit card. FlexPay. It's that easy. Exclusively at HSN.
My singular goal is to improve the quality of people's lives. Everything we do is intended to be unlike any other company of our kind. We just make exceptional vitamins so you could have exceptional health. It's not important that you get the products I'm offering, but it's very important that you get the information I'm sharing, because information is the key to being a healthy person.
That spot for Andrew Lessman. I'm packing for the remote for Andrew Lessman this weekend. And then I'm launching Tony Robbins on Friday.
Here he is on Netflix.
Exactly.
How cool is that?
It's a big week, and this you can watch it all on your Roku. Of course, my friend Leah is back. And Leah, we're so proud to have Roku on the air. First and foremost, if you're going to buy anybody's media streamer, and we'll talk about what that is, they are the best in the world.
Absolutely.
They just are.
Absolutely. Because what happens is that after you plug it in, and it takes, oh, I don't know, maybe 3 minutes to plug it in, set it up, you now have each one of these boxes, think of them as a television station. There are 3,000 of them. How crazy is that?
Leah, I am so sorry. A quick quantity update. The Samsung cordless head, the multimedia center, as I was calling it, those are gone. So thank you very much for your phone calls. So sorry. You know, when we think of our cable box or our satellite, we think in channels.
Right.
Right? And now I'm getting more possibilities.
Exactly, 3,000 possibilities, because each one of those boxes is a possible channel.
Right.
So you open it up, and there's countless television shows on those channels. And then, if you love TV, you're going to love that. But if you love movies, you're going to love this, because you also have, 300,000 movies that you can choose from. So whether you want to watch a new release that's actually in the movie theaters right now, whether you want to watch an older movie that's a favorite of yours, whether you want to go back and watch an entire series of a television show, it's all right here. You want the latest news? You are going to have everything from the presidential debate into, well, you know what, let's go into news. The best of late night tech news, sports news, animals, I mean, you name it. You have so many different categories inside here that I think you're just going to love. And the cool thing about this is that it is 4K. So it's going to take any television that you have, and it's going to upgrade for you to the highest quality possible. So if you now want to be able to watch television the way it was intended to be watched, if you want to feel like you're in the action, this is the 4K that you want to have. It's the only Roku that we've ever done in 4K, and it offers you viewing options that you don't have on other Rokus and you don't have on other media streamers. So what's really exciting about this is that now you have the fastest, most responsive Roku. You are going to have the 4K opportunity where you can see detail that you've never even imagined before. You're going to see television shows and movies that are in 4K that are absolutely stunning. And you don't have to have a 4K TV.
Oh, wait, what, really?
Right. So what happens is it will up-convert to the highest quality that your television can handle. So it's this little black box that now you plug into your television, and now you have 3,000 channels, over 300,000 movies, and it's up to you whether you ever spend another dime. So now you don't have to pay for things that you're not watching. You don't have to set a DVR. You don't also have to ever watch another commercial, which I think is pretty darn exciting.
Amen to that. So we're going to show you that if purchased separately, and then Lee's going to continue to give you all the text and specs and all the details. But here it is in black and white in terms of your savings. Now remember, Roku, #1 media streamer in the world. This is their 4K. It's the best that we've ever offered. It's the only one, you know, only time we've ever done 4K. That's $130. Then you get your high definition rentals. You also get your HDMI cable, which I want to know where they found an HDMI cable for $6, because anywhere I've looked, they're a lot more than $6, but go figure. And then you're also getting free shipping. And you may or may not realize, I'm just going to pick this up so you can see in terms of the size. I was mentioning I'm actually going to start packing for the Andrew Lessman remote when I get home. I wish I could put this in my suitcase. I mean, because the money that I spent on just one movie that I got, I watched The Huntsman. It was like $22, and I fell asleep during the doggone thing. The last time that I did a remote. This you can pack with you. Actually, one of our producers, Tom, here at HSN, when he went to Minnesota, he's from Minnesota too, he packed his Roku. So for moms and dads across America, I mean, planes, trains, and automobiles, if you are taking this to grandma's house, if you're taking it to that hotel, if you're staying, you know, with Mickey, like Joe and his family like to do, take this with, because then suddenly you've got your own little red box, you've got your own little DVD center, and then you're improving the quality with that 4K too.
Absolutely.
It's the perfect solution.
And you never have a late fee.
Nope.
And you never have to watch a commercial, and you never have to set a DVR. And it's TV and movies the way you want to watch them. So if you want to watch something that's new, so sort of the hottest movies that's out, here are some of my favorites. This is in the Cinema Now app, and we're going to give you $20. You can choose 2 high-definition movies that you can watch, movies that are even in the movie theater right now as we speak, which is amazing. There are movies that are available to rent for you. There are movies that are the most popular as we scroll through Martian. You think of so many great actors and actresses. If you want to watch a certain genre, maybe you like action and adventure or animation or classics, they're all right here. You choose what mood you're in and what it is that you might want to watch.
Well, and with Halloween, I just say I'm a horror and thriller fan, but you know what makes me crazy? Because there are a couple couple channels that run like 24 hours of horror movies, but I always have to wait for Halloween for them to do that. And then I'm always at work. Like this year, I'm launching an HSN Cooks event on Halloween. So now I can have my own little private viewing party.
Exactly.
You know, so if I'm in the mood for romance or Western or drama or thriller.
And it remembers where you left off. If you had to pause that movie or if you fell asleep, you're gonna know exactly where it can go back to. And the cool thing about it is that it's such simple and easy navigation because it really thinks like you do. And by the way, you can even operate it with your smartphone.
Very cool.
So there's an app. So if you don't even want to have to deal with having the remote control, which by the way, the remote control is actually pretty darn cool. We'll talk about it. I think you're gonna love it. I'm actually controlling it right now with the phone.
How cool is that?
So you always have your smartphone with you, right? So this is a really cool new feature coming your way from Roku. Everything that you want to find, you can find right here.
So
now,
cool.
Another cool feature that I'm going to show you using the remote control is that you can search any movie, any TV show, any actor that you want by simply touching a button.
Nice.
This is really cool. Tom Hanks. Going out, searching for Tom Hanks. We found him. Oh, hello, there's 65 movies. 65 movies that Tom Hanks has done. I didn't even know he did that many movies.
That is so funny, but see, that's just it. This means never having to say there's nothing on TV.
Exactly.
Right?
There's always going to be something on TV.
Yeah.
And the thing is that now it thinks like you do. So if you, say for example, you want to watch the latest television shows that are out right now. Here's what's new and trending. There's 92 shows, everything from MacGyver to Bull, you name it, Van Helsing, it's all right here. Empire, love that drama. Whatever it is you want to watch, Hawaii Five-0, you've got family shows in here, you've got dramas in here, you've got suspense in here, you name it. That's just one of the categories. Let's go down to Emmy Award-winning shows. There's 44 Emmy Award-winning television shows, and as you go into them, you can watch the entire season, you can watch last season, you can jump back to the first season if you want to of any of these shows. Now what's cool is that you have 4K, so you can have 4K shows that are available to you as well that you can't get anywhere else unless you have 4K. You want to watch the top 50 TV shows? You want to just know what they are? Well, guess what? They're right here waiting for you to be watched inside your Roku. And you can choose if you ever want to spend another dime. If you wanted to go back and rent previous seasons, you could do that. If you want to never spend another penny, you could do that. And think about 4K, because the cool thing about this media player, this Roku, is that now you have the highest of high definition quality possible. And any electronics expert will tell you, buy for the future. Anytime you purchase a piece of electronics, you want to have the latest state of the art. And that's exactly what this is. So as you take it from TV to TV, it's going to upgrade that quality for you to the highest quality that that television can have. So you're gonna have vivid color, you're gonna have limitless options, whether you like sports, whether you like news, whether you like to watch amazing movies, it's all right here. We've been talking about TV shows, but let's talk about movies, because when it comes to the movie options that you're going to have here, you're gonna be blown away. There are, hear me, 300,000 movies that are available for you. There's 351 foreign films right now, 404 documentaries as I'm kind of flipping through here. Look how fast it is, by the way, too. You like sci-fi, you said horror movies, 359.
Yes, I do. Sci-fi and horror, I do.
573 movies. Shannon, there's bound to be a few in there that you're going to love.
Sign me up.
Exactly. Thriller movies. I like thriller movies.
See, I like thriller, too.
542 of them. 130, are there 134 superheroes? There's 134 superhero movies. There's actually 863 action movies.
That's
action,
cool.
comedy, drama. So it thinks like you do. So if you want to watch any television show, you've got it here. You want to watch any movie, it's available for you as well. Now the cool thing too is you're watching HSN right now, right? So let's talk about HSN. Because you also can watch HSN, and this is going to be a big plus for you, because not only is it going to be in the highest quality possible, so you can see better detail and rings and jewelry and all, all the detail that you want to see, but you can say okay to shop. Now watch what happens. We can go through over 60,000 items that are at HSN and hsn.com, and you could go back and watch a video of those items. Let's go back into the today's special. When you think about what it is that you want to watch, you say, okay, if you wanted to buy the Today's Special and you don't have to wait in line.
Oh boy.
Now you just press buy. And think about it. You didn't have to pick up the phone.
Nope.
You didn't have to log onto your computer. What does that mean? That means you never miss your ring size. You never miss the shoe size. You never miss the color and the dress that you want. Now, you just touch that remote control because you're already an HSN customer. You're already part of the family. So HSN Shop by Remote is a big, big deal. And notice, by the way, how responsive that remote is. You don't even have to be looking at the television. It's gonna be a gaming remote. So it literally is the most responsive remote we've ever offered. And it comes along with the earbuds. So if you are snuggling up with your honey and they fall asleep, but you wanna watch a movie, you put the earbuds into the remote and you can still be watching TV and listening, and they could be sleeping.
Okay, now that is cool, I have to say.
Cool.
And remember, it's such a small profile. People really do travel with these.
Absolutely.
I mean, they do. They pack them. I mean, for me, I look at it this way. The television that I have in my living room right now, because I was under duress when I needed to get it, it's not a smart TV. And that was the biggest mistake I ever made, is that I bought a TV without the smart TV functions. But I don't have the money to buy a new smart TV right now, because they're $1,000 to get the size TV that I have in that living room. Well, now for $100, working with the wireless internet that you have in your home right now, for $100, you're upgrading that TV, and you're upgrading it in 4K. I mean, that's the thing that's so amazing. And we're paying to send it to you. 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. We'll show you that if purchased separately one more time. And remember, anywhere else that you buy the Roku, they are #1 in the world. They're the #1 media streamer. This is the 4K, so it's better technology than we've ever offered. We're doing not only an exclusive price cut, because normally everyone else is spending $130 for this, but you also get the movie rental. You get the HDMI cable. We did not assign a value to the little earbuds, which I think is silly, because that's also a freebie.
Awesome.
And you're getting it for $25 in your credit card. And I have to say, Leah, with the holidays, fast approaching, it's a customer pick. You love this, whether it's Christmas movies, kids movies, you want to do date night in your own home. This becomes your little media hub.
Exactly.
And I am dying to see this documentary.
Exactly. Watch Tony Robbins. So what's great about this is that you can search any actor, any popular person like Tony Robbins, and you can find so much that you might want to watch. So the cool thing is it's all right there. And all you do is touch one little button and you can find anyone. So let's just try it. Matt Damon. Going out. We found Matt Damon. There he is. And hello, there's 57 movies that you could watch at your leisure just when it comes to Matt Damon. How about Jennifer Aniston? Going out, we found Jennifer Aniston. There she is, and she's got 39 different movies.
Wow.
How about, well, you know what? I like Jennifer Aniston, but I also like, the TV shows that she's done besides just the movies. So let's try this. Friends. Going out, we found Friends. So as we go into Friends, hello, there's every episode from 1994 to 2004. You can watch Friends. So the cool thing is, this is the one that you can talk to. This is the one that you can use your voice. You don't have to type anything in if you don't want to. And you have 3,000 channels. You have over 300,000 different movies. And you have 4K. Remember, this is the only Roku that we have 4K. So it upconverts anything that you're watching to the highest quality possible, and it also allows you to see movies that aren't available unless you have a 4K player. You wouldn't have access to these. So the beauty of it is, whether you're watching something as amazing as Smithsonian Earth, or you're watching a new video, you've got it, and you've got it with great quality.
You do indeed, and only for today. I know Leah has some more airings coming up today, but when this offer is done, it is done. So I hope you take advantage of it. Better quality. Basically, it's having a video store inside your own television and making your TV smart. It's true. Even if it isn't already. So Leah, nice to have you here as always.
Thank you very much.
Back, you said 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock, all right. Thank you as always. And if you are not one of our VIP shoppers yet, we encourage you to ask about our HSN card. Yes, you can apply and buy, and if you do that, you actually get $10 off on your very first purchase. So check with your service representative for details. We are coming back. Joe Harrison is right around the corner. We love our American dreams, and Adam has more. I'll see you in just a second.
At At HSN, we love to celebrate the dreamers, inventors, and entrepreneurs by showcasing their stories and products on American Dreams. Have you created a product that you love? Would you like to share it with the world? We want to hear from you. To learn more about how to submit your products, go to hsn.com and search American Dreams.
Signature Club A is the world's largest beauty classroom. We teach women about all the new innovations, like cosmeceutical capsule. We do it with vitamin C. We do it with argan oil from Morocco. We do it with the lifting, tightening, firming platinum line. Every woman wants to look like herself, but better. That's Signature Club A.
Sometimes things just don't work out. It's okay, really. At HSN, we totally get it. Proof? Our 30-day satisfaction guarantee. We stand by every product we sell. And if you're not completely satisfied, we'll take it back. No questions asked. Just return the item within 30 days of your receipt date, and we'll give you a full refund. That's 100% happy returns. Search Easy Returns at hsn.com to learn more.
All right, Joe Harrison is back with us, and when we talk about #1 names in the world, these are the go-to guys.
Absolutely.
This is the #1 company in the world right now.
For all computers, everything that's sold out there, when you add them all up, Lenovo is #1 in the world, and they made a big presence here in the United States. And the reason why so many people are getting involved in Lenovo is Lenovo spends so much time making it a better, easier experience for you. And this is a brand new all-in-one that we've got, that we have here from Lenovo. But also, look how thin it is. It's a brand new design that we've had. Like normally, you end up having these really wide bezels that are around there. And Shannon, when you turn this thing to the side, like look how paper thin.
Okay, that's freaking me out a little bit.
Is that not incredible? And
you know what's so funny, and I do this to be a poor comparison, but the little display card that we use to show you the size,
right.
The display card is actually thicker than the monitor.
Right, it's really, if you hold up a pencil right to the edge, that's how thick it is. So it's really a piece of furniture that's designed to become part of your everyday use, part of your everyday life, but it's also that great big touchscreen experience. So here's that big thick card that we had. This is the most popular screen size that's out there in America. Is it 15-inch? This is actually over 200% larger. It's like 259%. So it's almost like stacking 3 15-inch screens side by side. And so many people love having the all-in-one because you get the bigger, better screen. But Shannon, it's the technology that's on the inside, that Intel Pentium processor, a dual-core processor that allows you to handle all your multitasking.
You know what, Joe? I'm going to pause you for just a moment. And actually, well, we'll do this, and then the couple of things that I'd love for everybody to see in terms of the quantity left, and we'll talk about the financing. But Joe, to you.
Well, having the Intel processor, Lenovo's not only the only one, #1 in the world. Intel's also #1 when it comes to processing power. They have the Intel high-definition video card that's built in here, so the gamers are going to love it. And it's also more energy efficient, so it's not a very overheating processor. That's basically going to extend the life of the technology that goes on the inside, because typically the more powerful the processor, the more heat it generates, the more damage it'll do in the long run. But Shannon, this is one of Intel's premium, that Pentium processor, to allow for truly that multitasking, so no delay whatsoever. It's all about power and performance.
It is indeed, and at some point during the presentation, we'll show you how few of these we have left. There are fewer than 1,000. This is also for this hour and this hour only. That FlexPay was done for me and only for this show. You're getting a wealth of features with this. I love that uber sleek and slim design. It really kind of freaks you out in person, because I have to say I'm a huge fan of the all-in-ones that we've been doing, but I've never seen anyone like this. It is for this hour, and if you do that 12 months VIP financing, that actually means that you're looking at $58.33 a month. So $58.33 a month to get this at home. And for anyone, if you are looking for the 2U, 4U computer, I have to say this is the wave of the future, not only because it gives you that bigger real estate in terms of the screen size, but there's no more big clunky tower. Joe, I think it's funny because for people like me, I didn't even have a computer class when I was in college. I still think of, you know, the big tower.
Right.
And you kind of have to wrap your brain around the whole idea that you're looking at the whole computer. Remember when we used to sell monitors? You and I we sold monitors here for, you know, $600 and $700, and they were only monitors.
It was just a monitor.
This is the whole shebang.
That is, and that's what Lenovo's done. They've taken that monitor experience, and everything else to a computer is right down here. That's all there is to the PC. There's even a high definition speaker bar that comes out of the side, comes out of the front. Now I'm going to show you what a traditional desktop will look like. This is your big, bulky traditional desktop. Now this thing weighs 33 pounds and has all these great color-coded cables because on average it's about a dozen cables to connect. Your brand new Lenovo, it's just one cable. That's it. One single cable to plug it in. That's how simple the setup is. But what are you getting? You know, this is just a big bulky tower, but this, when you switch over to the Lenovo, you're getting rid of all this. So now it's clutter-free computing, where now you can put this on the kitchen countertop. Now you can put this out in the living room. And all I did was just plug in that one single cable. Shannon, they even have a nice little peekaboo webcam. It's down there on the bottom.
Oh,
so now if you want to hide the webcam, even makes it even more streamlined. But the thing about it is, like, normally people say, ooh, when it's so thin like that, do I lose all my ports? Well, there's 2 USB ports, one on each side of the webcam.
Okay.
There's also additional ports that are on the back side as well. So if you want to plug in additional USB ports, there's an HDMI port that's on there too. There's also your Ethernet connection, so you're ready for high-speed internet. Then when you swing it back over, by the way, this is 100% wireless too. So if you're connecting to your high-speed internet just like you would with your tablet or with your cell phone. Here I have my high-definition speaker bar, and also streamline the whole process. We're even giving you a wireless keyboard, and even the mouse has been redesigned. See that nice little bend in there? It's actually been designed to cup your hand, so now it makes it easier.
That's so smart.
It's more ergonomic. And even on the top here, there's no moving parts. If you want to scroll up and down web pages, it's just all touch sensitive.
You know what, guys? If possible, I would love to feature that the FlexPay expires at the end of this hour as our primary call out at the bottom of the screen. Just because, yes, you get a wealth of goodies, but it's maybe even more important that you realize the flex goes away when I'm off the air. So you'll see that at the bottom of your screen. This was actually something that they did this for me and only for me. This is really kind of our mini innovations hour, if you want to think of it that way. Actually, all of our innovation pricing expires at the end of this month because, you know, we're turning the page to a whole new month here at HSN. So if you are interested, if you're looking for not only that next generation computer, to me, this is the 2, the 4, the family gift. This is the hub. This is the one that everybody will use. Joe and I, and actually our producer Steve, we were talking about vacations and research. I know Nicole does all the research in your family. But what's nice is when you have a computer like this, everybody gets involved. So regardless of you're looking up hotels, or you're looking up cruises, or you're looking up homework for the kids, this is the computer, I think, that brings families together in a lot of ways.
You're exactly right, especially when you want to have that entertaining experience. This is truly one of the best experiences that's out there, because most touch devices, they only have 2 touch points. Now, why is that bad? The lower the number of touch points, the slower the response is, because there just aren't enough sensors that are built into the screen. Well, this doesn't have 2 touch points. It actually has 10 touch points, so I can hit every drum, every cymbal all at the same time if I want to. It doesn't matter how fast, how slow it is. It's so quick and easy to respond. Now, I also want to show you that during this entire presentation, I have multiple programs that are running at the same time. And it goes back to that Pentium dual-core processor that's on the inside. So right now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 programs on here. No hourglass, no hesitation. It's also the fact that I have 8 gigabytes worth of memory, which is 4 times the amount of RAM that Microsoft recommends.
Wow.
So Shannon, when you look at the system today, yes, I'm looking at my photos. Yes, I'm playing the drums. Yes, I'm having a lot of fun with it. But it's not just designed for today. You're going to be having fun with this hours and years down the road. And then even just using this is one of my favorite things. We have an all-in-one that sits in our guest room. And we bought it on purpose. So when people come over and stay with us, they have a place to check their email. They have a place to check reservations. But now they also have a 23-inch high-definition TV. Because when you watch a movie on this Lenovo screen, screen. There are a lot of screens that are out there that are DVD quality.
Yeah.
This is true 1080p high definition. Look how sharp that picture looks. So now I can go from watching a movie to checking my email to uploading photos. You can do it all because it's got that amazing processor power on the inside. But it's also the bigger screen. There are a lot of computers that you can purchase, and the most common that's out there right now in America is a 15-inch. When you see in comparison, it's almost 3 times the size when you step up to a 15-inch. Now here's the other thing, like watching a movie, it's gonna be phenomenal. But my kids, they do all of their homework on an all-in-one. So I'm gonna switch it over to my desktop view. And if you've had kids or you've ever tried to research something, you know, when you try to research on a 15-inch screen, look like those two.
You get a headache.
Exactly, those 2 pages right there, they fill it up. So you end up doing this little thing where you're researching online, we're researching the White House website, then we're over here trying to type. But you have to go back and forth because they don't fit on the same time. So now what I can do is I can actually snap it over to one side, snap it over the other, and now I actually have 2 8.5 by 11-inch sheets of paper side by side. So no more going back and forth. It just gives you so much more productivity room. And by the way, this one title that's on here, this is part of the $520 worth of additional software that you're gonna get in this nice little card that only you get right here at HSN. It's called the Think Free Office. It actually allows you to edit, create, and share Microsoft Word documents, Excel spreadsheets, and PowerPoint presentations. So we're saving you hundreds of dollars right there, just that one title. Now we're gonna give you additional stuff too. There's a PDF creator, there's photo editing, there's movie editing on here too. There's also recipes. If you want to plan out their next entire year worth of meal plan, we have a plan for that too. There's also spendable cash, like the $25 of spendable Clarabella cash, where you can create some great customized things for you and your family. There's also things on here to teach you how to use Windows 10. So if you want to learn the new ins and outs of it, you've got that too. There's a music service, 3 months of Rhapsody music. And I love that $10 of Voodoo credit, because Voodoo, in case you've never heard of it, it's actually a website that you can have access to, which has over 250,000 movies and TV shows that are right here at your fingertips. And the thing about that is, we're giving you $10 to spend and watch any movie that you want. A lot of times you might get like a free movie certificate, but you've already seen that movie. Here you get to pick from 250,000 movies and watch it on one of the best screens we've ever had for an all-in-one.
For sure. Speaking of movies, you want to talk about this little gem?
I love this too. So not only is the software exclusive, this is also a nice exclusive item too. This is a DVD CD burner, and we're including in it. It's an official Lenovo CD and DVD burner. So if you ever need to make a movie or watch a movie or upload some of your old software, you now have access to it. And we've actually made it so it's portable for you. Less than 20% of computers don't even include this. So we're including because we know it's a big deal for you. So when you get it out of the box, just put this in your drawer, and then whenever you need it, just pull it out. It plugs directly into your all-in-one using the USB cable. But between this and then the bonus software, you have now paid for the price of the computer.
So the bonuses pay for the purchase, and the whole idea is this is the to you, for you family computer. And the thing is, I love, I was talking about how I use my cell phone as a computer. I love my laptop, I love my tablet. But at the end of the day, when you're really looking for a family multimedia experience, this is precisely what we want. This is the wave of the future when it comes to computers. And when you look at that retail value, we conservatively say a little over $1,000. But like Joe said, your bonuses pay for the purchase. One other quick mention, and then we'll talk about the VIP financing. Everybody always asks, well, that's great, but how do I get my old programs to my new computer? We love PC Mover, and then we also love Viper to protect our computers.
Absolutely.
Because, at the end of the day, you're gonna use your computers. So how are you gonna protect it? We think Viper is really the best in the world, and they do things for us here at HSN they don't do for anybody else.
Well, especially this is the brand new version where it's 8 computers, 8 mobile devices. You can see I'm writing directly on the screen. Viper is such a big deal. It is a customer pick too. So many people love it because as soon as you install it, it keeps your system safe 100% of the time. It'll automatically run the updates for you. It'll automatically scan every file, every email. Highly recommend you pick up that Viper antivirus, especially when you consider it's good for up to 16 different devices now. When you break down the cost, it's phenomenal, just the price per computer. But the other thing I also recommend is this little guy here. It's called PC Mover, and this is gonna save you weeks of headaches, because for a lot of us, when we get our new computer, you're excited to get it, but then it's like, what about all that data on my old computer? Well, this is the only software that's recommended by Microsoft to transfer your data from one system to the next. We actually give you a cable to connect the two devices. Now, if you transfer your entire hard drive, it will take you 7 or 8 hours to do it, but if you just need your photos, you just want your documents, or if you even want, it can transfer older programs.
Nice.
And then I love it gives you this little bonus on the bottom. It's called Safe Erase. So now, Shannon, it'll wipe out that old hard drive to government standards. So if you want to safely donate it, safely resell it, safely give it to somebody else, you can now have a clean experience. This is something I definitely recommend
for
when
sure.
you pick up your Lenovo.
You were saying too, this is the only one that Microsoft recommends?
Only one that Microsoft recommends.
Nice.
And there are dozens of companies out there. Microsoft, this is the one and only. And anywhere else you shop, it's only good for one computer. This version is good for 3 computers.
See, so again, Viper and PC Mover, they do things for us that they don't do for other people. So this takes up so little space. It is so streamlined. It's very George Jetson, if you want to think of it that way. I mean, it's just very super uber tech. But at the end of the day, it's actually easier to use. It's funny because it's almost an aside that it's a touch screen. And when you see how streamlined, when you see how sleek, how fast, how lightning fast, how fun it is to use, at any price, it's worth it. But we are taking $100 off for this show. That flex pay is good for this hour. So basically you have 10 minutes to qualify for that flex pay. We also, speaking of flex pay, have 12 months VIP financing. So if you have an HSN card, that basically means 12 flex pays, if you want to think of it that way. And that makes it only $58.33 on your credit card. And especially if it's a student going off to school, if you're just trying to work from home, for me, I have to make a decision. I want one of these in my kitchen. I just really do, because actually when I come back from the Andrew Lessman remote, I'm launching the Wolfgang Puck visit. So I love to do a lot of cooking, and it's fun to watch all of those videos online. But right now, it's just not practical for me because I'm looking up recipes on my cell phone. I'm looking up recipes on my tablet, and it's hard to keep it all straight. This becomes your multimedia center. And what's interesting is, if you think about it, Joe, your family's probably the same way. We spend our lives in our kitchens and in our great rooms. I mean, that's where we spend most of our time. Gone are the days where that poor desktop was in the spare bedroom, right? Or in the attic, or in Minnesota, it was in the basement, right?
You're right.
And so if you had to work on the desktop, nobody wanted to do it because, you know, you were removed from everybody else. Now this goes wherever you want it. And it's not some big eyesore. We used to buy those big things to try to hide our computers. You don't have to do that anymore.
You know, this is the only computer my wife actually lets us put outside, you know, outside of that back room, because, you know, it really looks like a piece of furniture.
It really does.
And it only weighs 9 pounds, and that's all there is to it.
It's
so when you end up getting this, it's like, there's one cable to set this up. To move it from place to place or room to room, it's no big deal at all. And when you see how thin that monitor is, it's the thinnest we've ever had to really make it portable and put it anywhere you want. And you can see how vibrant the screen is. And I'm just playing Crossy Road, but look, doesn't it look like the colors are just popping off the screens? They're so vibrant, they're so clear. It's because Lenovo has some of the best screens that are out there. And this is the best version we've ever had from Lenovo.
You know what's so crazy? I mean, at its thinnest point, it's no wider than our Samsung Today Special.
Yeah, that's incredible.
No, I'm serious. I mean, at the top, it's no wider than your Samsung Today Special. And that's the thing that I have a hard time getting my brain around is I'm still so used to the big eyesore computer.
Sure.
It's hard for me to just kind of conceptualize this is my whole computer. That's the thing that's so wild.
All right, and then when you look at the side, it's like, okay, what am I missing?
Yeah.
Well, first off, you're getting the biggest screen you've had, but this is actually where all the computer insides fit. So right now what you have is you have your Intel processor in there. You've got that amazing technology from Intel with a high definition video card. You also have 8 gigabytes worth of memory, which is the most we've ever offered. You also have the largest hard drive we've ever had from a Lenovo at 1 terabyte. That's on the inside too. You've got the fastest wireless that we've ever had from Lenovo. That's on the inside too. So even though it's super thin, don't think I'm missing out on something. You're absolutely getting one of the most powerful computers we've ever had from Lenovo. And having the bigger, better screen, because this is the most popular screen size in America, is a 15-inch. It makes a world of difference when you step up. And maybe you're just shopping online. Like I can pinch and get a little bit closer. Look how big the Today's Special, like my finger is smaller than the word Today's on Today's Special. It's incredible what you can do when you have that pinch and zoom.
But you know what? Look at how crisp and look at how clean and look at how bright it is.
It is. It's so vibrant. The colors are so true to life. And so it allows you really to have a much better experience. Even when you're shopping online or reading an article, do you sometimes just get bombarded with pop-up ads and all you want to do is just see, read the article. I tap one button and what it does is it clears everything out. So now I'm just reading the article and that is so crystal clear. Now the other thing I love about this too, Shannon, is this has Windows 10, which means you finally have the start menu back. And Microsoft has broken this down into two different sections. So over here on the left, this is every program I've ever installed on my hard drive. And with the largest hard drive we've ever had in Lenovo history, I can store thousands and thousands and thousands of programs on here. Over here on the right side, these are my favorites. These are my everyday that I visit. Like there's my Candy Crush and my Netflix, but there's also my email, there's the internet, there's Twitter. And to access it, all I do is I tap a button. And I want to show you how fast that is. Let me get out of this just for a second. Let me X out of it. Let me go one more time. To check my email, I tap one button, instantly my email comes up. Do you see I don't have to install or add or type in my username or password. It is so quick, it is so fast, and it goes back to that processor. And if you're worried like, okay, these are cool tricks, but when I get this at home, how do I do this? How do I learn this? Over on that left side, there's one app, it's called Get Started. Let me tap it, instantly it pops up right here. This now gives you 40 hours worth of training, video training, to teach you the new things about Windows 10, to teach you about the new, the Microsoft Edge, your new online Explorer, to teach you about Cortana, who's your voice assistant, where you can talk to her and she can help you out. There's so many amazing things that you can learn by taking these 40 hours of training. And Shannon, this never expires. So when you want to take a class 6 months from now, you've got it. And still, that entire time, every program is still running. That's the power that you're getting today.
Well, and I know Joe outlined everything in terms of what you get, how that new ergonomically designed, it's almost like a touchscreen mouse in a lot of ways. And then of course you do get the keyboard. Now it is a touchscreen, but when, when the keyboard is more feasible or more usable depending on what you're doing, you do get that as well. Remember sorry about this, Mike, I'll just need to grab this. The bonuses pay for the purchase. So just the software and that DVD player / recorder, CD player / recorder, these pay for the purchase. So those bonuses pretty much tally up to the price of admission. The FlexPay is good for this hour and this hour only. So whether it's a 2U, 4U computer, or if it's the family computer that everyone is going to use, or if you are looking for something that is for that college student, someone who is maybe fortunate enough to telecommute or work from home, this is going to be your ultimate solution. Plus, it just looks good, and you're going to use it because it's much more user-friendly, it's much faster, it's much easier to use, and when you can get it at home for a little over $116 on your credit card, or if you use that HSN card, remember that's 12 flex pays. I mean, basically 12 interest-free payments, making it a little over $58 on your credit card to get it at home. And the flex pay does expire at the end of this hour, so just kind of keep that in mind. Joe, I have to say, this really is taking your all-in-one in a whole new place.
Oh, it absolutely is, especially when you look at everything you're getting for this price. I love how Shannon was talking about this is going to be your entertainment hub. For sure. This is where you're going to connect your printers, your tablets, your cell phones. And you might be thinking, well, why am I going to connect my cell phone to it? Well, how many of us take thousands of pictures with our cell phone, and then before you know it, you run out of room on your cell phone, then you go through and you start deleting everything. Well, here's the cool thing about it, is that now there's a free app that's already installed on your Lenovo. All you have to do is install it on your cell phone. Whether you have an Apple phone, whether you have an Android phone, you take the picture with your cell phone, and then Shannon, that picture automatically appears on your brand new Lenovo. Just go to the photo section, it's right there. So no longer do you have to worry, well, where's that photo? Where did it come from? Where is it? How do I download it? Just enjoy the moment, and when that memory comes around, you've got access to it right there. So once you have that picture, and once you want to edit then, now what do you want to do? So you click on this little button across the top. Let me go ahead and click on the edit button, and let me add my different filters. So I click on the filter section. So now I can turn it black and white, I can change it to sepia, I can change the contrast, and it's literally just tapping the button. That's how easy it is with your brand new Lenovo. Now once you're done, you want to share that memory, there's a share button that's right on the top. I tap that one share button, and now it takes that picture from my cell phone, and now what do I want to do? Do I want to email it? Do I want to send it to Twitter? Do I want to upload it to Facebook? Do I want to turn it into a picture if I want to? Let me go and tap email. So now I took that picture from my cell phone to the computer, did a quick little edit, and now I'm inserting it into my email address, and that took me less than 30 seconds. And that's how easy it is when you have Windows 10. And keep in mind, how did I do this? That's where that 40 hours worth of training comes in. They teach you all these cool little tricks.
Well, and you know, I know we've made this analogy before, but it's almost as if your cell phone and your tablet had a baby, and then you get this big screen, and you get to do all these cool things with it. And it really is cool. It's going to take your life and your time and your life management into a whole new level. It's your multimedia source. It is your multimedia hub. It's the one that the whole family will use, whether you're using it for work or for play or for research or for fun or for watching movies or downloading and recording movies. It's entirely up to you. Remember, we have fewer than 1,000 of these to go around. That FlexPay is good for this hour and this hour only. So remember, if you were going to take advantage of it, you know, the thing is, Joe, I don't even know when we have anything like this planned again. I mean, this is really kind of a little blip on the radar for us.
It's pretty rare. Like, you'll find other all-in-ones that are bigger, that are bulkier, that are just take up more space. Having something this size, having something this compact, I don't know when we're going to be able to do it again. And to show you just how cool it is, when you turn to the side, that's all there is to your all-in-one. Because typically you end up having to get this big, bulky desktop that ends up weighing around 33 pounds. But all this technology, Shannon, it's built down in here. Those Lenovo engineers found a way to put it in there. And that's why so many of us love Lenovo, because we're able to do it where it fits our lifestyle. Where I don't have this big, bulky tower, I've got this great computing experience. And Lenovo is #1 in the world right now because so many people love the ergonomics, love how easy to use, and love how enjoyable that experience can be.
Well, and one cable connection. I mean, that other thing, I remember, you know, we'd say green to green, blue to blue, and that monstrosity has less memory and not the processor that this has.
You're exactly right.
All right. So when you back?
I'm back at 8 a.m.
Okay. Well, thank you as always, Joseph. Please keep calling in your Lenovo. And by the way, if you were trying to get through in our today's special, Steve, I think we had over 4,000. I think over 4,000 of our finest value of the day gone. So call back if you couldn't get through. We have yours as long as you're calling today. This was actually over 2 years in the making. So check things out on our today's special. I'm actually back here on Friday night at 10 p.m.